G'day folks, welcome to the channel. My name is Rob Brus.
And hi, I'm Damien Boyer.
G'day Damien, how are you mate?
I'm good buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, really good. Very excited to be kicking off this channel. If this is your first time here folks, welcome. It's great to have you here. You've discovered the latest aviation channel here on YouTube. Damien and I are really pleased that you found us. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. On this channel, you're going to find all sorts of cool stuff related to aviation, mostly general aviation, but we've got a wide interest in this topic. We're going to share a little bit about ourselves and who we are in this first little episode, so you know who is behind this channel. So as I said, my name's Rob Brus. I've had a lifelong interest in aviation, in airplanes and helicopters. My dad worked for Qantas for the better part of 30 years. I think it was like 29 and a half years. He wasn't a pilot at Qantas. He was a tool maker at first, and then he became a technical instructor. He worked a lot with the apprentices there. But I can remember as a little kid growing up in the school holidays and dad taking me down to the jet base at Qantas and walking us around the hangars and all the airplanes and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And my dad was also a private pilot. So my interest in aviation started as a result of my dad's profession. And I remember in my bedroom, I had a poster on the wall, and the poster was of the Concorde. And of course, that's where it all comes from, right? And my old man coming home from work, and he's bringing stuff from Qantas all the time, and we would go on holidays. I would always be on airplanes, and I had a lifelong interest in it. So when I got old enough and I had enough money, I eventually got my private pilot's license and enjoyed every single aspect of that. My career has not been a professional one in the aviation space, but I've been in the military for some time. I was in the Navy first for about 5 years. I was also in the Australian Army as well. And in the Royal Australian Navy, my job was as a combat systems operator. So I operated radar, sonar, and electronic warfare gear, but predominantly on a guided missile frigate like I was on back in the day. We did air defense. So my job was primarily looking out for the bad fighter jets coming to try and sink us. So I got a really good understanding of military aviation. I understood the weapon systems, the sensors, and understood how to defeat those weapon systems and sensors as well. So as well as having a deep passion for airliners and everything air transport, I love general aviation because I'm a GA pilot, but I also have a deep fascination and interest in military aviation. So you get the full spectrum with someone like me. And I've been lucky enough to work in the industry, not as a pilot, but in a variety of different roles over the years, contracting and working for some other aviation-related businesses. Damo, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about your background and where you came from and how it all started for you?
Yeah, well, a little bit similar to you. I always had a real fascination with anything that left the ground and returned safely. And I've been currently, I'm nearly close to 20 years now as in the GA world as a grade 1 flying instructor and charter pilot. And I'm also now across into the unmanned world as well. So really following that progression right through from having people inside a cockpit and starting to remove people from outside the cockpit. So, aviation is one of those things that I'm a true, self-confessed aerosexual, if you like. I love aviation. It's been a big passion of mine. I really liken it to like a type of drug. You do get addicted to it. It's very, very hard once it gets into your system to actually get it out. It's the joy of being able to teach people to fly is something that's been really exciting for me. Now I just really focus on teaching people to fly Cirrus aircraft, which is just an amazing aircraft, great technology, very safe when all the systems work, as most aircraft are. But very very excited to be on the channel and be a part of this. What do you call it, Rob? What are we venturing
this journey,
on here?
Maybe this little adventure that we're going here on YouTube. I've got a couple of other YouTube channels. It's all a bit serious and dry and dull and boring. They do okay, but it is not deeply. It's not something that I'm deeply passionate about. And it was really interesting when I told my partner about doing this with you, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember, Damo. You guys talk about airplanes for hours on the phone, and you're talking about all this stuff." And I thought to myself, what's taken us so long? And
Yeah.
my missus said, why are you doing this now? Why didn't you do this like when you guys first met? Because when we met a couple of years ago, we were doing the drone stuff and we got on really well. I found out you were a pilot, you found out I was, we were chatting and just got a lot of things in common, and there's great energy there as well. And you know, I think that sometimes life just gets in the way of the things that you really want to do. And you know, it's very hard to actually go and explore things that you're passionate about because you've got to pay bills and you've got to do other things. You've got responsibilities like all other adults here. So hopefully the viewers of this channel will be grateful that we've decided to put this together now. Is YouTube something that you've been interested in, Damo? Is that something that you thought you would be doing, or where are you at with that?
I think everyone, you know, who's watched lots of YouTube, and I do that. I watch a lot of particularly aircraft and YouTube videos and so forth, and you kind of go, well, you know, I could probably do something like that. I guess you always think that you could pretty much do anything, but here I am. I'm having a full crack, and it's, you know, it's great to be alongside you, Rob. Actually, you know, I think, Rob, too, you might have even been one of the people who published in the aviation. What was it? The aviation. Australian Aviation Magazine.
Yep.
I was flying before an A model Cessna out of Bankstown in New South Wales, and we got snapped, and it ended up in your mag. So.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
For all the wrong reasons or all the right reasons?
No, all the right reasons. So the comment was that you know, it's great to see such an old aircraft still flying. So yeah, that was before. It didn't even. It was just a 172 with the old Venturi stuck out on the side for the airspeed indicator, and she was yeah, it was immaculate. It was beautiful. It wasn't my aircraft.
Yeah.
And we actually spent, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 hours over the next couple of weeks actually flying that aircraft around New South Wales. The yoke at straight and level was a bit sideways like that, but we got the hang of it. And there wasn't a fastening in the aircraft.
It needed to be tightened on one side to pull it.
They did. So, but you know, what was really lovely was when that aircraft first turned up, and the boss said, "Oh, you've got to go and fly this for the next 3 days." I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, this is older than I am. This is a bit of a worry." So I pulled the cowls off, and sure enough, the owner had meticulously looked after that aircraft. It was beautifully clean, and the chrome was all polished, and it was nice. Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little window into what you can expect, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you're here on the channel, Damien and I are going to be talking about all things general aviation, our personal experiences. Of course, we're going to give you our perspective. Damien's going to give you his perspective as the flying instructor. I'll talk to you about the military side of things because I've got a deep understanding and a deep knowledge base of that. Even though it's been a long time since I've been in the military, I have been following that extensively, and I've still worked in the industry, of course. So I've had to have my finger on the pulse of what's happening in the rapid change of and the rapid development of technology over the last 20 years. And I'm across all of that, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with people and my deep passion for that subject as well. So you can expect reaction videos mostly here. We're not really going to talk about the doom and gloom. We might report on some news here and there, but this channel is meant to be fun, and it's meant to be an exploration of our passion of aviation, and we want to share that with you, the audience. So we're really grateful that you're here. Don't forget, like I said right at the top of this little video, to like and subscribe, and make sure you share this channel around. Any comments, just reach out to us in the comments below. We read all of them, and we'll get back to you as well. All right, that wraps it up for this video. There's another one just like this coming up right here.